Coach, I know it wasn't always pretty, but you ended up finishing 621 yards. Can you talk about the offense and the performance of it?
I thought in the first half might have been pressing a little bit. They came out, and you got to credit Syracuse. They made the adjustments from last year, and that was one thing we were going to test to see if they made the adjustments in the run game, and you could tell that they had corrected that, and then they made some adjustments on their leverage, taking away some of the throws that we had early planned, and so we kind of had to play a little cat and mouse, and we had some plays out there. If we make a couple of those plays, it's a different feel, there in the first half. But really proud of the guys for responding, coming back, and finding a way to make the plays and put us in a position to win. So, we understand how difficult of a place this is to play. Coming up here, it's not going to be easy. Those guys have put a lot into the game, and they were going to challenge us. And just proud of our guys. And even though it wasn't pretty, we accomplished the objective. We were able to find a way to win. But the good thing is we still haven't played our best yet, and the guys are excited to win. But at the same time, too, they're very humbled by the fact that we still, we 2 games in a row, we've left some things out there, and that's just going to be more fuel for us as we go through the course of the season to get better.
The interceptions, any concerns about those 2 interceptions?
Probably the second one. That's probably the most uncharacteristic. Just a guy in the throwing lane. I thought we had an open receiver on the outside. The other one, the receivers got to help him out, in that man-to-man coverage. And so once we realized that they're going to play some man-to-man situations, we were trying to work some of the back shoulders. We were trying to go over the top and had some balls, and he threw some beautiful balls over the top, and we didn't come down with it. So, it's a combination of the throws a little bit inside, but the receivers got to help him out on that boundary throw as well.
We're sitting here talking about it wasn't clean. There were interceptions. There were guys, balls that should have been hit. Still 612 yards and 41 points. I mean, what does that say about this offense that you can still do that and not play a great game?
Correct. It's just a testament to these guys' will to win. They're going to find a way, and playmakers stepping up when we need them to make a plays and just continuing to be explosive. And it just gives us something to really challenge these guys that we got to get better on third down. We got to consistently put together drives. We can't put our defense in bad spots. And, it's just small things. You look at a couple of those balls, we've come down in the past, those 50-50 balls. And I think as guys continue to get more experience and Trevor just continues to have confidence in throwing those balls, we're going to come down with those plays in due time.
Syracuse had a little bit of momentum, and then Amari Rodgers happens. How big is it to have him back, and is he playing his way maybe back into a starting spot sooner rather than later?
In terms of who runs out there first, that'll be Jeff's decisions with his position guys. But it's really good to see him, get back in and not have any reservations about playing on that knee and being explosive and finding a way to stay in bounds. And that was a critical 3rd and 1, right there. And it was a little RPO for us. And, Trevor decided because of the pressure coming from the field to throw it out there. And Amari breaks the tackle, and next thing you know, it's a long touchdown. So really good to have him back. And then early in the first quarter to get that little screen and go to him was big to get him back rolling. So I think that just elevates his confidence, which allows him to get back in, the rotation and really be pressing and pushing those other guys around him to get better.
How awesome was it for you guys that the defense played the way they did tonight?
I think it was huge, especially in that first half. It allowed us to kind of find a rhythm. And just the fact that they had a couple of goal line stands helped us in the turnover, in the turnover margin so that we weren't -2. So it was huge for them and really a lot of confidence for those guys going forward too. And I know that there was a lot of onus on the offense going forward. And we're gonna find our rhythm. We're not far off. It's just small things. The good thing is it's not a bunch of busted assignments. It's the guys are headed in the right direction. We just got to get back to the fundamentals and the details of every position, and then our night's coming.
Are you seeing that kind of performance from the defense in practice, like this consistent kind of performance like we're seeing out there right now?
Oh yeah, I see it every single day. And so hopefully when I say that Brandon's the best in the country, and the reason that Jeff and I and this offense have had success is because we see that every single day in practice. So he's going to find a way to find a weakness in an offense, and again that gives us the confidence and the poise to make adjustments. So in the first half, nobody's panicking. We're just okay. Let's figure out how they want to play us, and then once we figure that out, because we've done it so many times in practice, especially during fall camp, that gives us the confidence to come out and make adjustments, and then play better in the second half.
In the first half, what I would call a lot of 50-50 balls, jump balls. Mm-hmm. Was that something you were seeing, or what was that a result of?
That was a result of they were coming up and playing us press man coverage. And so if you play us press man coverage, then that's part of our offense. We're going to give the guys an opportunity to make plays. They were sitting heavy inside leverage, so they weren't going to give us some of our in-breaking routes. And so they were forcing us to take the ball, the outs to the sidelines, and then also when they come up and press you, those routes convert. And again, those guys are going to see on tape, see how critical that is to our offense. And Jay Ross is going to come back and he's going to make those plays. This was great for Frank to be in this environment in the first first half to have a couple of opportunities and not come down with the ball, and then he makes an unbelievable catch, in the back of the end zone, going down to his back. So really for us as coaches, you want to see those guys make the plays, but at the same time too, it gives us an opportunity to push these guys, because still it's just the end of the first quarter of the season. We're going into the second quarter, and we feel like we got some momentum, and we can continue to press these guys and get ready for next week in the Valley.
Final score and the stats look like you dominated